Hey guys, Mark Holthe here, Canadian immigration lawyer, ex-immigration officer, and former high school teacher, finishing up my last video report from my 10-day iPhone fast. Now, as I indicated in my previous videos, there was a stretch there where it was actually pretty painful. I didn't plan very well. When you've got your phone and you can instantly call people, you don't have to schedule things in advance. And so I had quite the challenge, especially with my wife, who was really ticked because she couldn't always find me when she wanted to. And so because of that, well, let's just put it this way. There were some tense moments in the relationship, but I was firm and committed to not looking at this thing right here for 10 days. And it really came to an end about Saturday. And at the end of Saturday, then Sunday, it was open again. I could look at it. But I learned some tremendously valuable lessons. One, if I don't have this thing in my office buzzing every 2 seconds with notifications, with emails, I can get a whole lot more done in the 8.5 hours or whatever that I schedule for my in-office work. And I think any of you out there can appreciate that. So unplugging the phone is a very, very good thing. Now, going completely cold turkey for 10 days, well, it created some other issues for me. And one of those issues was that I have got a number of different group text messages to help me organize my life with the various other responsibilities I have outside of my office, even with family, with church, with other volunteer things that I have going on. And so I wasn't getting any of those group text messages. And I was constantly having to take twice as much time to figure out where everyone's phone numbers were to pick up this right here and actually try to call people. And wow, that was terrible. But I'll be honest, the one thing, as I've indicated before in other videos, that I missed most when I was on my iPhone 10-day fast was the ability to take pictures. And I had a ton of wonderful experiences that normally I would have snapped a whole bunch of pictures or even taken a video. And the reality is I missed those opportunities. Now, I'm not one of those people who feels the need to document every moment of my life. But when I was walking early in the morning in our wilderness park, our nature reserve, and I looked up on the hill and saw that big, massive white-tailed buck, it was just beautiful seeing him silhouetted with the sunrise in the background. And I would have loved to include that. Heck, with the direction that I'm going, I probably would have even considered putting that up as one of the banner images on our YouTube channel. And just a shout out to Ralph here, who said, hello, Mark. Hi, Ralph, who was the fine photographer who took the image that we currently have on our Canadian Immigration Institute backdrop. I also want to thank all those people who sent in photos, and I'm slowly going to start cycling those through. And I really have about 4 different places that I can put them right now. And so I think I may even use them, some of them, on my my new Canadian Immigration Institute website as the banner image. And I also had a very cool conversation with another client this afternoon after I was reviewing his express entry application. And it was crazy. This morning I had 5 consults that were awesome. And then this afternoon I had a bunch of other things, including a full review. And it probably took about 2.5 to 3 hours to actually do the full review of his express entry application. But in that process, the reason I love it so much is because I get to know people. We get to chat about life. I share what's going on in my life as we're going through reviewing things, as I'm drafting letters of explanation. And so that process, which I absolutely love, that's my silver plan that I charge $2,500 to do. It's just a great opportunity to get to know people. And so I learned that this client was actually in a rock band in India. And so I asked him to give me some of his music, and I'm going to start using it as the intros for these express entry live Q&As that I do on my Canadian Immigration Institute Facebook page, as well as these live broadcasts on the YouTube channel. So if you're a musician, I want to hear from you. If you've got music that you can share that I can play and promote you, I would love to do that. It would be so fun. So, yeah, so this is basically the end and the report for days 8, 9, and 10 of my iPhone fast. And it was a great experience. And so, what I've learned, my final takeaways are, well, first, that I can do it. I can live without an iPhone, and you can too, or your Android or whatever your device is. Two, I need to be a better planner. So instead of just reacting to everything that's around me, I need to be much more deliberate about how I'm scheduling my time. And I know by doing that, I'll be a whole lot more effective, not only as a lawyer, but as a father, as a husband to my wife, and as a person of faith who serves very diligently in his church, which mine is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so by being much more mindful about my scheduling, I know that I'm going to be a whole lot more productive. And I saw that in my office, in my family, and church. All right. And the third one that the lesson that I learned is, wow, like iPhones really do a lot for us. Everything from mapping our path to some store that we want to get to, helping to remind us when we have appointments, the photos and the videos that you can collect, and just searching, for information. And I know most of you guys are on your iPhones or your Androids, and that's how you connect with me. I can see it. I can see the analytics. So yeah, taking 10 days completely off from my iPhone was probably a little extreme, but sometimes you just have to get extreme. You have to rip the Band-Aid off. So that was my experience. It was really positive, and I'd encourage you guys to try it out yourself. And if you have the courage to do a 10-day iPhone fast, or like I said, 10-day Android fast, it doesn't matter what your handheld is, it's quite an enlightening experience. And I'm going to be much more careful about how I use it. Yeah, so that's Mark Holthe, Canadian immigration lawyer, ex-immigration officer, and former high school teacher. Wishing you guys all the best as you navigate this crazy world that we call Canadian immigration. See you.